Yeah.
All right, governor. Oh.
You said he's like a black Jason Statham, but I'm like,
Yeah.
he's a Cockney Vin Diesel.
Yeah. Yeah, you can barely understand what you're saying. And hi everybody, and welcome to this brand new vengeance-filled episode of Trip Around the Multiverse with your host, the man who claims he's from Hackney, but he's actually not, Carl Charles. Technically, I can say that.
Yep,
but yeah.
yep. And the man who came back from the dead because my girl got ritual sacrificed,
Yeah.
and then I sold my soul to the devil, even though the other people sold their souls to the devil, in order to have vengeance, and then have my opponent also become one of me.
Yeah.
See my chunk.
And today, if you remember, we're carrying on our revisit to the original Ultimate Universe.
Yeah. Wait, 1610. Right, no, 16.
Yeah, 1610, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1610. Yeah.
Yeah, because the new one is 61.
Yeah, 6110. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clever. Yeah. So you know we did Ultimates 1, 2, the one no one likes to speak about.
Yeah.
Because of incest, and then Ultimatum, and then
which also people don't want to speak about because
of
character
stupidness.
assassinations.
Yes. And then we jumped forward to after Ultimatum to the next generation, and
By the
that
way,
one
you
was
missed out Supreme
cool.
Power there.
Oh yeah, and Supreme. Yeah, we did Supreme Power, didn't we? Yeah. Thought about that. And we are on the second story of the Ultimate Avengers, Crime and Punishment. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultimate. Well, it's now branded Ultimate Comics, right?
Yeah.
Ultimate Comics, Avengers, and it's got 2 at the end because it's the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the one. That's the. And before we actually get into the meat and potatoes of it,
Yeah.
Francis Leonard Yu's artwork is really good.
Yes.
I have to say this.
The saving grace.
Yeah. I really do like this guy's artwork, and it has kinetic energy, you know?
Yeah.
Just like a Gambit when he charges the card. But what I'm saying is,
Hey, so we did it. Yeah.
there's in the first issue, there's like pages of silence, not necessarily silence, but sound effects. No one says anything, right?
Yeah.
And Punisher's murdering
amazing.
people.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's amazing.
How much does an Ultimate Comics cost at this point? Would you say was it the £4, £3
No,
range, somewhere like that?
it was. I think would have been cheaper at this point.
Yeah.
I think it might have been free. I think it would have been like
£2.95.
Yeah, so it would have been like £3 or something like. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you bought a comic and then half the comic was silent,
Yeah, you'd be kind of pissed.
except that as we were saying before, the artwork is good enough where you're like, you know what, that's fine.
Yeah,
even though it shouldn't be.
shouldn't be. Like nowadays, this would cost about £5, and I'll be pissed. To be fair, I'll be super pissed.
Except unless I know you probably read it at the time, but when Marvel did that whole month of actual just silent issues, which was a gimmick.
Yeah, that was.
Which I let it slide there.
Yeah, because it's only like it was a gimmick, innit? It's
Gimmicks
like that you can't.
It's cool to see how it went from script to visuals without having they had to do the people's expressions and stuff and body language to tell the story. Because I remember Daredevil one. I think he basically pointed at someone to interrogate them with a grimace or whatever it is, yeah. And the guy then poops himself. Not exactly, but he just gives Daredevil all the information.
Yeah, you couldn't do that nowadays.
And that was by Alex Maleev. I remember that one.
Oh snap! That's even better. He's always
yeah. So that was during that time. Devil in I was gonna say Devil in Cell Block D, was it?
So.
But that's actually Ed Brubaker. That's the Ed Brubaker story.
Okay.
Which we may be getting.
Yeah.
For Daredevil Born Again.
Which I'm looking forward to that. Daredevil Born Again.
Well, I'm looking. I don't know if they are going to do it, but let's just say like in the Daredevil storyline, where they had Matt Murdock in jail, Kingpin in jail, Frank Castle in jail, and Bullseye in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if they do something similar,
Be quite cool.
we'll have to see. Yeah.
Yeah. But
anyways. Okay, moving on to the actual.
actual.
Yeah. We're gonna have a look back at the Ultimate. Oh, hold on. Between this and New Ultimates, right?
Yeah.
Which did you think was because they were running concurrently?
Yeah, but I think who was writing that? It wasn't Mark Millar. I think
Jeff Loeb. Jeff Loeb, I think. I
think you're right. Yeah. I don't know from because I'm gonna go read that as well because I think we might have to read it because after the next volume it's Avengers versus the Ultimates, so we might have to kind of get into that.
All right. Well, let me just say, as we know, right, from all the stuff we've been doing from Mark Millar to this point, and we didn't even do the Ultimate X-Men, which he did, right? First, and Ultimate Fantastic Four as well, where he wrote the first story arc of that. Yeah. The first two, maybe even.
I think it's first two for that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimate X-Men was like the first, I want to say 6 or 7. Yeah.
But it's like the Ultimates is the worst traits, right?
Yeah, of human beings. The characters of human beings.
Of the characters,
Yeah.
Turned up. So and then you gotta have Jeff Loeb on the other side of the equation, having his I don't want to say his mental breakdown over because his son died, right?
Yeah.
But he's kind of emitting all his feelings.
Yeah.
Of dealing with depression.
Yeah.
Into the comics he's writing.
Yeah.
Which then also has the same taint as what Mark Millar's doing. So you're like, okay, what's going on?
Two different ends of the spectrum, innit? Like, okay, this is weird. Like, I didn't need to know this emotional stuff about this one character. Okay, sure.
Yeah. It's like they're heading to the same destination, just in two different ways.
Yeah.
And as you are saying, it's going to be Avengers versus New Ultimates. Yeah.
Yeah.
So whose craziness is going to win out in the end?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I think in the end of that, the person who won that was Michael Byron Bendis, who's the death of Spiderman. Like in a way, because that's that. So he's the one that kind of wins with that. Jeez. But this is.
Okay, so are we going to once we cleared all that, right? Are we going to Ultimate the end?
We could do. Because I think there's the end. Was it Catalyst?
The Catalysm.
I think you're right. I think it's the end. Wait, because one of them leads into Galactus coming, and then I think
that's the Catalysm one.
Yeah, and then afterwards it goes back to normal.
Oh no, you're saying something leads into Galactus coming, and then Ultimate Catalysm is when Galactus is there.
Yeah, and then I think it carries on for a while after that. Then it ends with the end, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Which actually gets concluded somewhere else because silly. The Ultimate Universe fights the classic Marvel Universe kind of on Battleworld-ish, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Except that when that comic finishes, that miniseries, it just goes white on the page. Nothing. And then Miles Morales wakes up in the MCU. Not the MCU, sorry. The classic Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
The 616 universe. And then you're like, okay, how did we get here? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not even a recap or nothing. It's just suddenly is there. It's like, okay, now you got to read a whole different comic series.
Because I know while this is going on as well, I think it's Ultimate Secret or something. It's the one when.
Oh yeah.
With Ultimate Mystery, and then you find out that leads into someone becoming a hero to like straight up genocidal villain. Sorry, yeah.
And this is not too far removed from One More Day, which I think they should have just held off until this and then do the thing they were going to do. If they were going to separate Spider-Man and Mary Jane, they could have just done it on a cosmic reset.
Yeah. But hey,
whatever, right? Okay. Now getting on to Ultimate Avengers. Written by Mark Millar.
Yeah.
When you were going into this, by the way,
were
you having the same expectations as you always were having in the Ultimate comics? Other than, the artwork looks good.
Like, you know what? Right, I remember so this came out when did this come out? Like 2009, right? So I'd have been early 20s. I was still edgy and stuff, right? I'm reading this like, yeah, this is all like all this like, oh, this is all amazing and stuff.
Yeah.
And then, which is strange because when I first read Ultimates 1, I didn't like it.
Right.
We spoke before. And then like Ultimates 2 now, if you like Ultimates 2 I liked, the other 2, whatever. But this I was like, yeah, this is dope. And then reading it now as a fully grown man, I'm like, from the get-go, this is terrible. I mean, like,
yeah. Same here. When Ultimates was coming out, and then you had the Avengers movie, which was like 10 years later, whatever, right? And you're like, oh yeah, this based on this is so cool, right?
Yeah.
No, because when you go and read that back, you're like, what is this?
This is not cool. This is terrible.
Yeah. There's cool elements to it, in spite of itself, it seems.
Yeah. Like, and this, like, it's weird with this one, right? We'll get into like the story. They tried to make like the story before. They kind of try to pull back the edginess a bit and try to bring, you know, like the Captain America's son melodrama sort of stuff, right? Like, okay, cool. Yeah. But then this is like it's gone right, and like so you've gone from like sort of heartwarming, I say heartwarming, but like emotional story to whatever this is. You know what I mean?
Well, okay. No, and Ultimates, that storyline with the Red Skull.
Yeah.
It was, I say, yeah, like you're saying, it had more depth because it was different, and completely different from Red Skull. Like, you know, he's not Johann Schmidt or anything like that. And then he was just like, reset the universe or whatever with the cosmic, because he just wanted to live like life as he should have. Yeah. So it's like, okay.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I get it. But this,
because. You're living in a world of dickheads. I
get it. He's the reader. I mean, he's the reader. I'm like, I just want to go back to something like normal, you know, which makes sense. But this one, I don't really know the point of it.
It's an adventure. That's the best way I can put it.
But is it? I mean.
Well, I didn't say it was a good adventure.
Like, it feels like a weird way to reintroduce, because they already introduced the Punisher before in Ultimate Comics, right? Not Ultimate Comics itself, but like in Ultimate Universe. They introduced him earlier, right?
I think he was in Ultimate Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yeah. So this felt like some weird, edgy way to reintroduce him, plus another character, which, when you think about it now, is like, why is this related?
Yeah. So let's get on it, and then we can say stuff about the characters as we're seeing them, right?
Yeah,
so issue 1 of Avengers, Ultimate Avengers 2. You have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages of Punisher. No, and a double page spread as well. It's like half the comic, of him murdering people. And he does. There's a couple of speech bubbles and everything like that, but that's it. I covered it in one sentence. I covered half the book.
Yeah, literally, yeah. And
And then like you're saying, other than it being more like not like the Punisher and the Daredevil series, the TV series, right, where he's got
morals.
Yeah, well, you kind of back him to a certain degree, right? This one's like, no, he's he's just a psycho.
Yeah,
and
it's like
he's detached from the world, you know.
Yeah, which you kind of get, but then it's like it's a bit too much.
Yeah. It's like as much as he's murdering people, you could say the one in the TV series, he's like, look, this is the situation, this I'm doing, right? Whereas this guy's like, I'm just killing people to kill people. Yeah. And I'm rid the world of scum. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they kind of try and slightly justify it in it. Like, well, this person did do something bad at some point.
Yeah. But it's like, no, there's no checkpoints to the degrees of how evil they are. Oh, you litter. Oh.
Yeah, literally.
You broke the law.
Yeah. Or like, oh.
Not that he does that in this, but
no, it's like, oh, you drove the car for the guy, even though you didn't know he was evil, but you're evil by association. Like, that's
a
bit of a stretch, but okay, sure.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what it seems like. That's how he's written here, you know.
Yeah.
So
might exaggerate a tiny bit, but yeah.
And then he decides he's gonna waterboard someone.
Yeah.
For information.
Yeah. That's when I knew this was so like 2009, because that's when like waterboarding became like a public known thing. So that's why I was like, yeah, this is so of the era.
By the way, did you ever watch or read about the news article about the guy who one of these American what's it called intelligence agency guys said basically waterboarding's not torture. No, right? And do you know about it?
Yeah. And they did it to him,
So-
and he was like, "It's the worst thing I've ever experienced."
Yeah. He tapped out. Like they said, basically, there's like you can just tap out whether when you
Yeah.
shake too much and stuff, right? Basically, they put the cloth on his head. They start pouring the water, and he almost instantly tapped out.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "All right, okay, fine." But at least he had the guts to
attempt
to
it.
admit.
Yeah.
Whereas I think someone else, one of the other guys who was there, who also said the same thing, was like, "No, I'm not trying that." It's like, okay.
But I thought you said it
Now
wasn't
you're
bad.
either gonna if you try it and you tap out, that means you admit it's torture, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't try it and you back out, then you know it's torture. 'Cause
Yeah.
you-
You kind of.
so where you
trap
going?
yourself
What are
in
you
the
trying to
corner
say?
here. Yeah. You
Yeah,
there's no
yeah.
way out of it. Just admit
Yeah,
it's torture.
unless the logic is, if I don't try it, I won't tap out, and therefore, if I don't give up, it's not torture.
Yeah. Like.
No, hold on a second. You
Doesn't
tapped out
work
even
that way.
before they even told you to get started. So
Yeah,
I
sorry.
don't see where your logic goes.
There's no logic there.
But that's the same logic of people who rob somewhere, get caught, and then blame the police person that caught them because they
Yeah.
got jailed.
You're like, you did the. You knew what you doing was wrong.
Yeah.
So
It's only because you got caught, right?
Yeah.
And now it's a problem. Shut up.
No, you idiot.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yes. And then, wow, I'm actually probably 3/4 of the way this. Then
Yeah.
just like Punisher kills people, and that was that.
And then he wants to
And
go
then-
kill a Russian mob leader, and
Yeah,
he, like
yeah.
does it in the open or whatever.
Yeah. He tried to dress up as the
The
what's it
driver.
called?
Yeah.
Yeah, the chauffeur, and then this guy just kind of blocks his gun and gives him a spinning back punch, but not really. It's like a Shoryuken. Kind of.
Yeah.
And then kicks the Punisher almost through the limo.
Yeah.
And then he takes off his mask, and it's like Mission Impossible style. And then it's
Yeah.
Steve Rogers. So it was a setup, the ultimate set him up to be
Yeah.
captured.
Yeah.
And then Nick Fury and what's her name? Monica? No, is it
Yeah. Monica
Chang?
Chang. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Nick Fury's. Oh no, I won't get to it now because. But did they say it before? He was his ex-wife, yeah.
Yeah. He
They
said
said
it
it before in the previous video.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have Frank Castle tied up to a gurney that's standing up. Basically said, "Yo, we captured you." And he goes, "All right, you're gonna throw me in jail, blah blah blah." And they're like, "No, actually, we're gonna. We need people like you because the Ultimates are kind of pussies, right?
Yeah. And you're like,
We need someone with your mindset and mentality.
yeah.
Because we're
Not afraid
hard,
to
we're
kill.
hardcore. you know?
Yeah. You're like, oh, okay.
A man to step over the line when needed." And he's like, "Oh, now you're talking. Now you're talking about language, yeah."
And then like, oh, so what do you need me for? Oh, we need you to help us find the Hulk. And like, oh, thought you already have the Hulk. Oh, not the first Hulk. You know, he's mentor. Like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And
This is
then
where
they
it
give
goes.
him the like a Punisher super soldier suit, which
Yeah.
is from which comic?
Civil War, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, after Civil
Yeah.
War, when Captain America dies, and he changes costume for a bit to pay memory
Yeah.
to Captain America, which is really weird when you think about it now.
Yeah. So they took his 616 design and put it in the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah.
But now it's like a superpowered exo, and not necessarily an exosuit because it doesn't look like it
Yeah,
has any externals, right? It just
Yeah.
like, it looks like it's skin tight, whatever, right?
yeah,
The same suits that they probably have from the G.I. Joe film.
yeah. Those suits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they basically said, "Here we go, capture the first Hulk."
Yeah.
Right? And I will get to something about the first Hulk
Yeah.
later on, right? But basically, when you see it, yeah, he's in a looks like it's a nightclub. So these women's in
Yeah.
bikinis, some guys with guns and whatever, and the big bulky black guy with a hoodie.
Yeah, with tattoo on his head and everything. Like, oh, okay.
And then you're like, all right, but he's the only one that they kind of did kind of like a pinky blue kind of hue.
Yeah.
And he's in red, so you obviously it's him. That's
Yeah.
that's the guy that stands out. Would have been funny
Yeah.
if they did a swerve on you here where the guy you think is the first Hulk isn't the first Hulk, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. But there's also one thing they kind of slightly foreshadowed. I want to mention it now. It's going to come back later. Where the not Hulk, Punisher's at the grave of his family and that, and he's holding
yes.
his cross. And then when he kills someone, he's got his cross out on show. I'm like, okay, that's a bit weird. So yeah, that's going to come back.
Yeah. Mainly because it's like, okay, how can you be? I guess you can't be super religious to that point where you're like, I'm sending all the bad people to hell.
Yeah.
But then you got to accept that that's where you're going
That's
as
still
well.
going well. Yeah, you know. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So, but then, are you saying you're so mentally wrapped up in your religion
Yeah.
that you kind of just deflect and deny that you are also a killer,
Yeah.
even though
you're also the source of the problem. Yeah. You're also the source of the problem. Yeah. People tend to forget that. Yeah.
We'll hey, that's the nature of people though. I don't think Mark Miller was going for depth, right? That's what I'm saying, yeah?
Of course not, no.
But there is that. In real life, that stuff happens.
Yeah. Religious zealots, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, issue 2.
Issue 2 starts in South America, and, like, he's getting at... The first Hulk, we don't know his name yet. He's getting out of bed, and there's, like, lots of, like, women in his bed, where, obviously, he has had... fun time relations with him, apparently. Who knows? And then
the Vin Diesel pimp coat.
Yes. Triple X
from Triple X 3.
Yeah, I love that country. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that film. It's better than this.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, and then so he's on this villa, whatever it is, and he walks up to one of his henchmen and is like, "Oh, which car do you want to take today?" He goes, "You know what? I don't need to take a car. I'm just gonna go for a walk on the beach and think about stuff." So, he's doing that. Then it has a flashback of 16 years ago in the Cambridge University, even though it's like I suppose it's not called that, but anyway. And he's talking to Bruce Banner. I was like, "Hey, why do you want to be a scientist person like me?" He goes, "Oh, because I want to help people and change the way that everyone is." And he's like, "Oh, well, why do you want to do that?" He goes, "Oh, for people like you, look at you. Don't say this." But he's like, "Yeah, like your body's kind of giving up on you. I want to find a way to help people get over that." He's like, "Oh, that's why I'm going to choose you to be my assistant." And that's kind of like, okay, sure. And then he's on the beach, and then War Machine. Oh, did you notice an error in the book?
Well, go
on. Every time, like the title page, right, when it says like who's in the book.
Yeah.
And for the first 3 issues, where instead of saying James Rhodes, it says Nick Rhodes. Yeah.
Oh no, I did not. I just noticed it now when you were saying.
Yeah.
It's one of them Clifford Chang, Kenny Kong situations.
Yeah. Like, we don't know. Even though I think in this as well, they actually call him like James or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like,
but I think now this is me being out of order. I'm gonna do the association, right?
Yeah.
There's 2
black people. Yeah. Just realised that as well. Oh.
They didn't put Nick Fury here, right?
No.
But and there's no excuse because James Rhodes is in the armor. He's not even outside of his armor, which then you could say, okay, fine, they mixed up the 2 black people.
Yeah.
No,
he's in
they
his
missed
armor.
one completely.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
But we're saying they got some supernatural Dragon Ball Z fusion powers, yeah?
Yeah, they become one person.
Okay.
Oh, like Nail, like even if he's Piccolo, no one can tell. So he comes up to like this guy and goes, "Hey, I'm War Machine. I need you to come with us." He's like, "Oh, I want to come with you." He goes, "Oh, because we have some secret on you. Your wife and son don't know that you're still alive, and we can blackmail with that." And he's like, "Oh,
as the Avengers, as this version of the Avengers always do."
Yep, blackmail is like the way to save the world, apparently. Yeah. So then he tells him like, "My name isn't." What's his actual name before he became Tyrone Cash? Oh, 1 second.
Yeah. I'll continue telling while you get to that. But basically, War Machine tries to threaten the geezer, and he puts his hand and says, "Yeah, so if you come quietly," and Tyrone Cash is like, "Nah, boy."
Nah,
he had some choice words, which are 4 letters, and it has them comic book signs that you can't use for certain swear words. Even though for Ultimate Comics, you'd think,
because of stuff in there.
But then you can't have a kid picking up the Ultimate Comics and actually having swear words in it. So it's a bit dicey, right? 4 letters, and then you got off at the end of it with the exclamation mark. Okay.
Yeah.
So then
Mr.
So then.
Oh, sorry, Leonard Williams. That's his name. Yeah. Yeah.
So Tyrone Cash, as he's calling himself, right?
Yeah.
Has this fight with War Machine, and War Machine's like in the flashback, this War Machine, "I can handle this guy. It's not a problem. It's like an Iron Man style armor. No, he can't be that strong. He can't be as he could deal with the Hulk, right?
Yeah. Nah, dog.
He's using all these rockets and whatever, and How so the War Machine armor, right, is probably about 9 foot, you would say, right?
Yeah.
And how would you say, how tall do you reckon Tyrone Cash is?
He's probably about the same height. Wait, does he look the same height?
No, he's smaller. He's much smaller.
I was thinking for about 8 foot then.
Yeah, he's doing an uppercut, and he's just about reaching War Machine.
Yeah,
head.
yeah. So I would say, if anything, War Machine might be 10 foot. Just gonna say, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he's probably
yeah,
about
yeah,
8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
then
he's just smashing War Machine with a car, and then he's like, "Yo, you know what? I don't care if you tell my wife and kids."
Yeah.
You know,
Which
I got the birds, right?
Yeah.
Got some money. I got cheap, nasty. By the way, when you're reading this, right?
Yeah.
Were you reading it in that East End accent, or what? How were you reading his dialogue? What accent were you giving him?
Like,
or did you just read it as you normally?
No, I kind of read it as, someone who isn't from. Because obviously, I kind of read it as like someone who is playing someone who's English but not.
Okay.
Don, you seen is it Ocean's 11?
Yeah.
Don Cheadle, when he's meant to be like an East End guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read it like that, like someone trying their hardest to be from the East End, even though this guy isn't from there in this as well. I was like,
yeah. I got you. Yeah. I kind of was reading that as well because of the way he's saying certain things, where he's like Scott Steiner, come from a highly educated university, right?
Yeah.
But he speaks like the I'm not saying necessarily the common man or whatever, right?
But yeah,
it doesn't match up where he's come from to what he's saying.
Yeah.
Just like what's that DJ dude?
Tim Westwood. Yeah.
Yes. You knew what I was talking about already.
Yeah. It's like that. I was like, oh, okay, this is especially like, okay, a university lecturer from Cambridge University, right? He's not going to sound like that at all. Yeah. Like there's a huge disconnect there, but all right, sure.
Yeah. So he jumps, and then Tyrone Cash jumps into the sky, and you're like, okay, maybe he's heading off then, but he's just escaping, right? No, next double splash page, he rams a plane that he got from nowhere, right?
Yeah.
The sky. He does the what's that Hulk finisher in Marvel Superheroes?
Oh. When he grabs the moon, well, something from the moon. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called.
I want to say Gamma Crush.
Yeah, I think it's Gamma Crush. Yeah. Which was insane when you think about it.
Wait, hold on. What's the other one where he dashes the crush?
Oh,
damn! So long ago we forgot these things.
Because I barely played the Hulk. I can't remember now.
I think that the comic one we're talking about is actually called Gamma Crush.
I think it is.
And just smashes some like a single biplane into War Machine, right? And you have a corpse dangling out of it because
and I just thought, okay, that's a bit too much now. Like, what's that guy done anything? But okay, sure.
Yeah. And then what they do, so he's stomping James Rhodes, and then they double down and say, no, we'll let your wife and kids know that you're live, right? And then you'll see, we're afraid to go through with it. And then Tyrone Cash kind of was like, okay.
It's like,
What do you want?
Some of the stuff he said is so like, really?
Yeah, well, you mean James Rhodes, or do you mean
Tyrone Cash? Even like through more of it gets on, like, really? This is weird. Yeah. So
let me say it as well at this point, but just before we go, because that's how that segment ends, right?
Yeah.
As far as my logic goes, I'm saying if they're going to use a character who's black and bulky and do this, right?
Yeah.
Who's super strength and whatnot.
Yeah.
They could have just made him Ultimate Luke Cage.
Oh, but he's in Luke Cage is in the Ultimate.
No. Power Man is in the Defenders, right?
Yeah, but
that doesn't necessarily mean he's Luke Cage, right?
Yeah, I think his name's like, what's Luke Cage on it? Carlos something. Lucas? Yeah.
It's true. I was trying to work a way around it, right? But my logic is here: if they were going to, if this character, it would have been cool to have a Luke Cage come like as the first Hulk, kind of in that sort of manner. If you're gonna, okay. Why is that?
Like,
in the Ultimate Machine, not King.
Like, I don't know, because Luke Cage is his own sort of thing, right? So I prefer him to, rather than him being like weirdly associated to the Hulk. Like, that's a bit.
But you don't. I mean, it's the Ultimate Universe. You can't change things up. But if you're bringing a character that's almost the same,
But he's not
You
almost.
can power up Luke Cage and have him in the same position. Is what I'm thinking.
Because I don't know. It's because even their power level, when you think about it, it's not the same. It's like
No, it isn't. Yeah, you're right there. You're right there. But that's what I'm saying is.
But then just
You can't. I don't. Yeah.
Ah,
Well, look, if we're gonna have Grey Hulk, who's a who wants
Cannibal.
to eat Freddie Prinze Jr., you know?
yeah. Like I don't know. Like we'll get onto it later, but yeah, I feel like keep Luke Cage separate from.
Okay, fine.
this-
But for you, you're saying no, it wouldn't be a good idea to have this guy as what Luke Cage would have been.
Nah, because then you're making even changing Luke Cage character that extreme. Like really, that's a bit weird.
Well, yeah,
Like,
but I'm like they've done it already at this point. Look what they've. I'm not defending myself, but I'm not
Yeah.
trying to argue my case here. I'm saying,
Yeah.
look how they've done dirty some of the characters already. I say dirty, but
Yeah.
the switches in Persona. Yeah,
Yeah,
I wouldn't personally have had a problem if this was Luke Cage, and then the one in the Defenders can be Carl Lucas or whatever it is.
But I feel like if it did that, then it's kind of like doubling down on racism. If you know what I mean, they're making him to stereotype.
Okay. No, give me your perspective on that.
Like let's make him to stereotype like hood black guy.
Which kind of they okay, now this is the awkward thing, but they kind of Tyrone Cash. Okay, what's the difference between doing this as Tyrone Cash as he is,
Yeah.
and is it because Luke Cage's backstory in normal Marvel is in that direction already, whereas
Yeah.
this is an old man who's disabled kind of, and then he gets the power and decides, you know what, I'm going to live my life to the fullest, and that's
Yeah.
the difference.
'Cause,
Okay,
like,
fair enough.
Plus, like Luke Cage's whole character sort of thing is like overcoming all like the racial stereotypes and that stuff, isn't it? And this is like doubling
yeah.
down, like yeah. So you're like, oh, I want to do that.
The Ultimate Universe doubles down on everything, quadruples even, you know.
Yeah, they made Captain America like super racist. Yeah.
Yeah. Even though he's not racist, but he is a racist.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's
Yeah,
not racist
yeah.
against black people or anything
No.
like that. No. He's racist
No.
against the French.
French, yeah.
Okay.
Anything outside of America, he hates. You're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Super patriotic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So so the Avengers then go through this group of the Avengers,
Yeah.
which is the Wetworks
Wet work,
group.
Black Ops sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
They meet up and they start talking about why they've been put together because they got what was it? Protect this certain group of people because certain people are dying and they don't know why. It's like a mystery.
Yeah.
And then
They're making the links
yeah.
as far as the investigation goes, right?
Yeah.
And then they're saying, it's some mutant or something like that.
Oh,
right?
mutie because they're super racist as well. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's been killing all these people with high power, right?
Yeah.
So it's Hawkeye, Black Widow,
Yep.
Red Wasp, Nick Rhodes,
Yeah.
the
Nick
fusion
Rhodes.
of James Rhodes
Yeah.
and Nick Fury, right?
Yeah.
And then you have and then you've got other characters which are introduced, but we'll just limit to the people that they're speaking about at the moment. Oh, and the Punisher, yep.
Yeah.
Monica
That's funny,
Chang
right?
as
You
well.
say that, right? Like it, and like I was saying before, when I found out about the Nick Rhodes cock up at the beginning, like it has who's on that team, right? But Red Wasp and the Nerd Hulk show up like twice in this whole book.
Yeah.
It's like okay.
Now I'm gonna argue, right?
Yeah.
But I'm jokingly, of course, right? Say just because you didn't notice Red Wasp there doesn't mean that she wasn't there because she's so small.
Yeah.
So she could have been in the book all along, just like one of these comics. I think it was Quicksilver or something like that, right? Where he was in the background all the time, but because he was moving so fast,
No one noticed. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't notice it. Yeah.
yeah. Until then, they slow down the footage for whatever it is that they're slowing.
Yeah.
And then they see him in some frames. I think, unless I'm making it up, but I can't. I think, yeah.
So then that's the end of that issue. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
issue 3, like the other thing about this as well, because there's not much happens. Things just breeze through. Like we're already up
It
to
is
issue.
a speedy read. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that much.
We're up to issue 2, like 3, and what's actually happened? I mean, like,
Yeah.
oh,
So they recruit the Punisher and they recruited Tyrone Cash. That could have
Yeah.
done in one issue.
yeah, literally. Well, okay, sure. So then, so Nick Fury's telling them like what
In
they.
fact, by the way, sorry to interrupt you there.
Yeah,
but
go on.
they could have recruit the 5 pages to recruit the Punisher. Yeah.
Yeah.
5 pages to recruit. No,
Cash.
yeah, the Tyrone Cash, yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you got 7 pages each, let's just say, right?
Yeah.
Because you're gonna have the little fight, whatever, right? And then I said 22 pages at this point, yeah.
Yeah.
So then you've got like another 8 pages to set up the story, and then I say, why has the team got together, right?
Yeah.
And how we capture these people, how we're getting these other 2 people on our side. So maybe you have 3 pages to begin with on that. 7 pages on the Punisher killing people and how to catch him. 7 pages on Tyrone Cash and how they capture him. And then you use the rest of the book saying, okay, this is the mission.
Yeah, but just wasted pages. Maybe he knew that his story wasn't that long, so it's like, okay, let's just do splash page after splash page. Okay,
Sure. Maybe they thought the artwork is the draw here.
Yeah, which to me it was. Yeah, not the story. So so they're assembling. Nick Fury's kind of explaining to him what's going on, and like again, Tyrone Cash got to be super like Londoner. Like this is what he says. So what did this thing do to piss everyone off? Because we know we say piss a lot. Yeah, piss.
Yeah. Well, except that you're not doing it in the accent.
I'm not doing the accent. What does it do to piss them off? Boy?
Yeah.
Oh, days. Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay.
It's got to be that deep. It's got to have that deepness that is pretentiously put on.
Yeah. Like a worse version of Jason Statham.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Idris Elba when he's not trying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though he is a Londoner, but yeah. Oh, you know who in my head actually now thinking about it, right? Because they're actually from the East End and everything. You know the guy who played Killer Croc in Suicide Squad. Yeah, him.
I don't even. I know his name. I'm not going to try and pronounce it. It's an African name.
Yeah.
And I do think that I'll mess it completely up and make it.
Offend people. Yeah.
I think it's Atawabi something. I can't. But I can't. Yeah.
But yeah, like his voice in G.I. Joe, like, "Hey, come on, Joe." Yeah, like this is that guy in this. Yeah. So yeah, so
it's funny as well because you point him out. He was in the Jason Bourne films, the first one, I think.
Yeah.
The Bourne Identity.
Yeah.
And then he was also in Lost, where he was playing an African guy. He was playing African guy at both of them.
Yeah, Mr. Echo.
Yeah.
Good character.
And I could have believed it with a name like that he would actually be from Africa.
Yeah. And then you hear him talk like, I'm from East London, and I used to be a bidman in Barnet. I'm like, wait, what?
Fool me. And,
I was bidman in Barnet. I'm like, wait, huh? Yeah. Okay. Huh. Good on you, man. Good on you. I'm happy for you. You know, I went to school in Barnet, so I can kind of relate to that. Yeah. Oh. So back to this story, and then they're getting filled in about all the people he's killed so far, while some guy is filling out a crossword, who we don't know who this guy is, and then this is just filling more mutant propaganda, and we see
By the way, we forgot to mention, though, logically speaking, okay. So at the end of issue 2, they call the guy the mutant. They show you the picture of Ghost Rider. Yeah. Yeah. Now, as the way that we've been told it, we people are dying and you don't know why, right? Which has been a better mystery.
Yeah.
Because then when they encounter Ghost Rider, you're like, oh, it's Ghost Rider. Whereas at the end of issue 2, now you know it's Ghost Rider. You're thinking, rather than if we see like the people like after their penance stairs or whatever, it is, and then you're like, which character is going to get ultimate Marvel-fied now?
Yeah. And the thing about it as well, right? As soon as you see Ghost Rider, you know he's not the bad guy because Ghost Rider isn't a bad guy because of what he does. You know what I mean? So it's like...
And not only that, and when they're calling him a mutie or whatever it is, we're like, okay, but we know he's not. So their assumptions are wrong right away.
And even... There's
Where
no way,
are they going?
And even, like, there's no way you can change him into mutant because his powers don't make any sense then. We're like, but...
It'd have been better if they left it as mystery for a bit, because then it could have been
tracking down other people.
Of others.
But no, this is Mark Millar.
And then you would have been trying to work out whose classic Marvel power set does these things. Yeah. Therefore, which ultimate character, which character I'm making an ultimate version of.
Yeah. But no, it's just straight up we know it's him. Yeah. Yeah. So then Nick Fury's been his anti-mutant self again, even though.
Even though he's black, right? So you should know all about the racism.
You should know about.
And live through all those the 60s and whatever it is. But yeah, apparently it's okay racism when you're not the person being
ostracized. Yeah. So then he's saying, we got to protect the last person because they're this important. And then Hawkeye and Punisher are like, well, he's killing rich evil people, so why are we hunting this guy down? Like he's doing the work for us. And he's like, that's not the point, I
think somewhere along the lines, because they were saying about all these people dying, right?
Yeah.
And I think one of the characters is pointing out, okay, so why do we care? And I think Nick, I must be misremembering or whatever, right? Or I'm just applying my own logic to it, yeah? Nick Fury, why do we care about these people dying? Yeah. And Nick Fury's like, they're rich and they're white. But I don't think he actually says that. Maybe I'm just misattributing.
No, it's kind of, he says something kind of like that. Like, you know.
He doesn't say like, oh, they're rich and white, we care for them. Basically, it's a shrug and be,
why.
They are at that point where they can kick up a fuss.
Yeah.
And he only rolls his eyes, but,
Yeah, and then that's Punisher kind of pushback goes, so we're doing this to protect your rich government friends. Also,
that's it, yeah.
And then, and then this is where Punisher discovers that they've put like a not kill switch, but like a device to control him. Basically, if he steps out of line, they can shock him or kill him.
Yeah, which has a really weird shot, right?
Yeah.
Of the the camera we're seeing is between the legs of Monica looking up and Punisher as well, right? So it's not just
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I don't necessarily need to see their thighs there. If they just had that from the upper angle, then that is kind of fine.
Yeah.
It was strange. I was like, okay, that's a weird choice.
Edgy.
Like, I kind of see Monica Chan sitting on my face.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then if I turn it around, the Punisher sitting on my face. So where are we going here?
Why are you doing this? Yeah.
We didn't need the legs in the shots at all.
Yeah, it's just sexualizing that for no reason, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which happens a lot.
Monica Chan's speech bubbles are right where the Punisher's crutches as well. So it's like all right. By the way, I'm sure you've seen you saying about sexualized. Quite a lot of Ed Bennett's comics.
Yes. Yeah. I remember his run on Birds of Prey. Yeah, it's quite. Yeah.
Which we were meant to take the female characters seriously because they wrote about Gail Simone, right?
Yeah. But no.
Except that then the artwork doesn't reflect the nature of what the comic's trying to tell us.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay. So I'm meant to take this lady super seriously, but then I can see her cleavage.
Yeah, and her in her booty shorts as well. Yep. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
And what's quite funny is that one section of the run where they actually trying to use it against the character, and Savant's like, now girls, I'm gay.
Yeah, and like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, okay, so unless you hide this artist with the forethought that they were going to get to that storyline to do that punch line.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you didn't. You didn't.
Oh, great. So then, so they kind of said to him, if you step out of line, and then Tyrone Cash finds this hilarious, and this is when Hawkeye's kind of secretly second guessing what he's doing. He's like, maybe, I shouldn't be a part of this, but hey, they have something on me too, which kind of gets brought up later. And then they go to San Francisco, where the mysterious person has killed someone else, right? And they get there, and they find there's only one survivor, and they're like, why did he survive? And it's because he's wearing a crucifix. Oh, what does that mean? Me and you know, obviously, because
Yeah, because they close up on it, right? And like you said in the previous issue, the Punisher issue, yeah. But the Tyrone Cash. Oh no, not Tyrone Cash. Jim Rhodes is like, odd. Why has he survived? Yeah. What's so special about him? Okay. But we the readers already know.
Yeah. But there's also, let me go back.
By the way, I don't think they should have done the close-up shot of that cross just to give it some an air of mystery. Yeah. Because now they've just pointed out it's too obvious.
Yep.
They had the picture of the guy with the cross in like a close-up view, but then they zoom into the cross. And I'm like, you given the clue already. You don't need to put it in our face.
Yeah. But there's also another bit, because we talking about the sexualization of Monica Chan. I'm going to go back slightly, right?
Yeah,
when
yeah,
when Rhodes and Cash are walking towards the house, he's like, "Oh, I wonder why they broke up. You know, maybe she was too she was too dirty for him." And even Rhodes is like, "Yeah, dude, this is not the kind of conversation we should be having."
yeah,
Then he starts
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about, "Oh, did you notice her implants and stuff like that?" I was like, "Why is he talking like this?"
Okay, now I'm gonna say, right, that could be taken two ways.
Yeah.
The obvious way, which you're saying, right?
Yep.
But the also, the stuff that her what they've implanted on her to keep her in control. Yeah, because they were talking about saying to Tyron Cash before, we would have implied something in you,
Yeah, but
but we couldn't get through your skin.
yeah.
So you could have taken it that way, where it's like, oh, where did they put the chip in her to things,
Yeah.
or whatever it is? But she doesn't look like a person who necessarily needs to be reined in,
Yeah.
unless you're Nick Fury, is your ex-wife. Therefore, you might feel that and this version of Nick Fury is like, I'm just gonna have control of everyone. So
Yeah. Which got him into trouble. But hey,
yeah.
And then, so they find out, they're like, "Oh, that guy survived." And then they're like, there's something special about him. And then it goes to Chicago Airport, where we see a guy with like blonde and red hair, still writing a crossword puzzle, like all these ways how these people have died, I think. And a kid comes along and he goes like, "Hey, do you believe in Jesus or something?" And the kid's like, "Wait, what?" Like, something's weird, isn't it? Like, okay.
So immediately I thought, right, as I'm reading this, so I'm going to say partially as I'm reading this, but as we will go along, whether we're correct or not, I thought, okay, Damien Hellstrom then.
Same here.
Son of Theon.
Yeah.
Just because of the look.
Yeah, same. But we never found out. Spoiled up, like, yeah, they never found out. Yeah. Oh, and then we're back to another outside that airport. We got Hawkeye and Punisher, and like, hey, the thing is, this is where the vice president's coming in on the plane or something like that, and they're like, there was someone else, sorry, another victim that be flying into this place, and they're here to stop it, and they're still saying like, muties this and that. You're like, okay,
yeah.
They're trying to get Punisher involved in it. He's like, I don't really care for this, I'm quote unquote happy to be here. And then this is where Hawkeye tries to like buddy him. He's like, hey, you know what, me and you are quite similar, we both lost our families, and we're trying to avenge them. And he goes, well, I don't give a damn about your family. And Punisher's like, I don't give a damn about your family. Like, hey. And then Hawkeye's like, hey, that's a bit mean, I thought we could bond on this. And Punisher's like, nah, I'm taking out the trash, and you're just a lackey for the government, basically. And then Hawkeye's like, okay. And then basically Punisher, he kind of asks him, so what have they got on you? And then Hawkeye doesn't really answer. Yeah. Like, and then the plane starts coming in, and they're like, okay, there's the plane. We're gonna make sure it lands properly and everything be fine. But then in the distance, we see a fiery tire, and then the bike's going towards the plane, and it like jumps. And Hawkeye's like, hey, what's that? And he's like, oh no, it's someone on a bike. A mutants ride bikes, right? This is me ad-libbing, right? So then they start shooting at it, and the bike's like, I'm a bike with 5 wheels, I can fly, of course. So then it flies through the plane, he gets the guy, this minion person, and then he gives him the pennants there. No, he doesn't give him the pennants there. The plane blows up, and he's driving off with the guy holding him like, ha ha ha, look at me. And then Hawkeye brings out a rocket launcher, and it's like, okay, give me a rocket launcher. And Punisher's like, you're gonna hit that? And he's like, I'm Hawkeye, I can't miss,
Yeah. Except for when you need to miss, apparently, right?
Yeah. When it's story convenient, he can miss. So then he gets the rocket launcher, and by this time, like, Ghost Rider's far away. He hits Ghost Rider, and they go to sort of arrest him. They're like, yeah, let's go and take this bastard down, and that's the end of this issue. So I'm saying, what happens? Not much.
In
the books.
Yeah. And then we get to part 4, where they've finally corrected Jim Rhodes' name.
Yep.
But still have not added Nick Fury there, and they still have Nerd Hulk, who's still not made an appearance yet.
Yep. I think he went to make a picture to the 5th issue or something like that. So then Punisher, Hawkeye tells, so we've started this issue, they're still outside the airport, and then Hawkeye tells Punisher to go after him because that suit they've given him can make him run super fast. So he runs up to the Ghost Rider, and they start fighting, and he thinks he's like,
Well, I say you start fighting, but Punisher's trying to beat him up, and
Yeah.
Ghost Rider's kind of semi-selling because he's like, huh?
Yeah, he's
what is going on here? He's like taking the punches in the sense of, wait,
how
what?
dare he? Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Who is this idiot?
So then he gets fed up and just like grabs him and starts beating him up, and then
Yeah.
he goes to do his penance there sort of thing, right? Saying, why would you interfere? I thought of all people to understand what he's doing. And then he looks down and sees a cross on his chest, like, it burns, and then he says, get that thing away from me. So he throws the Punisher away, and then he goes to then does he kill that person?
Well, he chains him up, right?
Chains him up, yeah. So he kills that guy.
We're gonna assume he's dead
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah. And then the SHIELD agents and Hawkeye finally meet up with Punisher. And like, what happened to you? He's like, well, got the crap beaten out of me. He goes, did you see that? Then he kind of goes, I have no idea what it was, but he's not. I don't think he's a mutant. You're like, oh, sorry.
Well, no.
The racial slur.
Yeah.
Mutie.
Because now Punisher decides that he wants to join in the race.
I'm like,
I don't know.
Okay, sure. Oh, and then we see the person we think is Son of Satan finishing his crossword. So basically, what I've noticed from in the crosswords, he's kind of writing how each of the person dies, like crucified. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that kid goes back to his mum, and the mum's giving him a funny look. He's like, "Hey there, would you like to read something funny?" So I think they'll give him the crossword with all like the dead words on it. Oh, okay, that's cool.
Mum also, for some reason, spitting out of her top almost.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Oh, Francis, man, you're doing.
Yeah. I mean, they can a couple inches higher. Her top could have been.
Yep, exactly. But hey, got to sell this book because no one's reading it for the story, are they?
Yeah. And then we see Carol Danvers here.
Yeah.
Which is a very different Carol Danvers from the previous time she made an appearance, because when she first made an appearance in the Ultimate Universe, she had balloons attached to her chest.
Yeah.
So she's probably had a reduction done in the meantime.
Yeah.
Which, by that logic, I mean, I get it, because they're hefty. They think you're going to be maneuverable and be a your standard shield operative with those things attached,
Yeah.
Like,
or maybe her insurance couldn't cover it anymore, so she's got rid of them.
yeah.
Knows? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Because she's the head of shield.
Carol's like, okay, so Nick, why are you doing operations without letting me know? And he's like, bitch. He moves the hand to her face. He doesn't do it, right? But in the comic, I read it between the lines, yeah. And he basically just puts his hand to her face and says, bitch, please.
Yeah. You may be above me, but stuff like this, I don't need to tell you because
it
works.
Yeah, like he's from Mean Girls.
Yeah, you may be my boss, but you're not the boss of me in this situation. You're like, okay, sure.
Yeah. And even more catty is Gregory Stark for some reason. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So they write him such like a not a douche, but how can I say it without sounding offensive? Because I don't mean it in an offensive way. He kind of comes off as like that sassy rich gay guy.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I kind of like how they write him like that, but it's
whether he is or isn't is well, he's definitely rich, right? But whether but yes, he is at the very I'm gonna dig the nails in.
Yeah, like meow sort of thing. Yeah. And then they start talking about.
It's a one line here. He goes, she really is as stupid as you said she was, Nick. And I'm like, okay, I can imagine the tone of voice, right?
Yeah, same.
All he has to do is like do the little the little hand thingy jigs, and then you'd be like, okay, I know exactly what type of character this guy is.
Yes, And the thing is, right, because of the time period this is written in and how we know Mark Millar is, I wouldn't be surprised if he did that.
Yeah,
you know, because
because his version of Jarvis was very much like that.
Yeah, so he got shot in the head. Yeah. And then they start talking about the nerd Hulk going to talk to the psychopath Spider. You're like, oh, okay. And they're like, no, he's psychic, not a psychopath. I'm like, okay, sure. And then we see Tony Stark come in, obviously, because he's part of the Ultimates, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, and him and his brother kind of lock eyes, and then he goes, "Oh, you're just gonna annoy your brother?" Yeah, he's always been a whiny little bitch. I'm like,
I'm like, exactly. It's like, are you trying to tell me a stereotype without telling me a stereotype here?
And because even like Tony goes, "Oh, at least, now I know where all my contracts are going," and he's like, "Oh, he's such a whiny little bitch." I'm like, oh,
yeah. But the thing is, it's not like, for example, I'm gonna read it in one way, yeah, and then we'll read it the other way. But if I read it to you and I said, "He's always been a whiny little bitch," you say it like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're thinking, okay, that you get a certain vibe, right? But the way that I'm reading this, because of everything else, it's like, he's always been a whiny little bitch.
Yeah. Like, especially like how in like other issues as well, it kind of comes like, he's super catty and like sassy, yeah, like flamboyant.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh. And then we're like a mile below where we actually see. Oh, so it's not. I thought this was Red Wasp with it. Okay, so you see Nerd Hulk with Black Widow, and they're trying to get information of this clone Spider. Like they never really explain,
right?
Yeah, they never actually explain this character at all.
Well, no, it was in the previous run. With the Red Skull. Well, no, actually, they didn't really explain to it. You're right. They don't explain that much. Yeah, and you think there's a payoff somewhere, but there isn't.
No, because like this might be a spoiler as well ahead. Not for this, but for a book we might do later on. You know, with the death of Spider-Man, right? Mm-hmm. At the time, I thought they're gonna cop out and like this Spider-Man's gonna die because technically,
okay,
Spider-Man would die, right? But they
didn't
cop out because it was Michael Bendis writing it. It wasn't Miller. If it was Miller, then it would have. But
yeah.
So then. He starts. I don't actually understand what he actually tells them. I never actually sort of got this. Like, reading it now, like, why did they go to see him? Because he doesn't really explain.
Well, somehow he has information which we don't know how he gets.
Yeah.
But he has. But whatever, right?
Yeah.
Psychic powers.
Yeah.
He might be a mutant.
Yeah. Well, technically he would be, right?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, how can you say use mutant slurs for mutants that don't team with you?
Yeah, but
when they're with you, it's like, oh no, we mean
you want
them.
the good ones. Yeah, you want the good ones.
Yeah.
Like,
what?
Heard that before.
You're still using the slur though, so you're brave enough to use it in front of my face, but say, oh no, it doesn't apply to you. But it's like, no, it does because I am.
Yeah, because and like. That was it. This is a weird thing when like he goes, "Oh yeah, it's for me to give you information, you gotta tell me something." And then it's like, "Oh, so how did you and Fury break up?" And then she tells him like, "Yeah, he ended up sleep." This was like classic Mark Millar. Yeah, they broke up because he slept with every woman in her family. Like, wait. What?
Yeah. So she's got this book of contacts, and then she notices little dots next to certain phone numbers. Which she's saying the average person wouldn't notice, but she's a trained agent and stuff like that. So, yeah.
That's like... This
by the way, did you ever read The Irredeemable Ant-Man?
No, but I heard it's really good.
Okay. It is actually. I did it. But there was a bit where the character, he sneaks onto the S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier for some reason, right?
Yeah.
And then he watches the ladies have a shower, because he's a slimy bastard, right?
Yeah.
But there is then some lady does see him, right?
Yeah.
Sees something moving. She's like, "Oh, there's something there. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you the rest." Like she's kicking up a fuss, right? And they're like, "Oh no, you sure it's not a trick of the eye?" She goes, "I'm a trained sniper."
Yeah. She would know,
I can see everything.
Yeah.
So apparently, but I actually would have made a lot more sense for this logic, if Monica said something along those lines,
Yeah.
as well, 'cause then that's how she notices the dots.
Yeah.
But I know she just basically says, I'm an agent. I notice all the small things. Like, oh, okay. Yeah. But look, apparently Nick Fury has really good game, is what I'm hearing here.
But like, this is like such an anticlimactic way for them to divorce. Like,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
And like, it kind of makes him unredeemable as well. Like, it's the whole.
Yeah, if we're not meant to like him, we're not meant to like him, right?
Yeah.
But there's so many characters we don't like already.
Yeah.
It
So
doesn't-
these truly are
It's
the
like,
worst of
not
people.
every character needs to go up the next level of another character just because you want us to hate them more, or
Yeah.
you think, you know. I don't want to say Mark Miller thinks he's cool or whatever it is, but
He does. But
yeah.
So then he tells them like the origin of Johnny Blaze and like him and his girlfriend at the time going to a bar, and everyone starts buying them drinks, and then they get sacrificed for them to become all powerful, and then he's like, why he was dying, he made a deal with this person again who didn't really name who it is, that to save his girlfriend, he will become his, his right hand man, his man, his.
Yeah. So and Mark Miller being saying what we were saying before, right? So Roxanne, Johnny Blaze's girlfriend, is like is now not dead.
Yeah.
Living life in Illinois somewhere.
Yeah.
Husband, kids, they say, working in an office and sex 2 times a week. All right.
Like, why do you need to know that?
Yeah. Because Nick Fury apparently has more than that in 1 week, and Tyron Cash has more than that in 1 day.
Yeah.
In an hour, even? I don't know how it works. Tyron Cash is,
Yeah, he's stamina.
Yeah.
So then, we come back to Ghost Rider, and then then they kind of get onto the next victims, because Rhodes and Cash, right?
Yeah.
They find another one of the victims in the bath, bled out, but he killed himself because he didn't want to get murdered. Which
yeah.
okay, slightly get, but slightly makes sense.
There's a certain, I would say there's a certain level of logic to it, right? Because he slit his wrist or whatever, right?
Yeah.
He knows, or he knows the way he's going to go out. Yeah. He doesn't want to go out painfully.
Yeah. And
it's
maybe he keeps his soul.
Yeah. It's not like, for example, you remember it?
Yeah.
The 90s one or the new
90s.
one?
90s. I haven't seen the new one yet.
Yeah, because I was going to say, one of the losers, what are they called? The Losers Club, right?
Yeah.
He kills himself.
Yeah.
And the first point of logic is he killed himself because he didn't want to face down it again, yeah?
Yeah.
But what that does is get the rest of them to gather together. So, it actually helps forward the story as well.
Yeah, he was a catalyst in a way.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense. And then he kind of gives the reveal that the last person on that list who's not dead is the Vice President of the United States. Dun dun dun. Yeah.
Yep. And then we head into issue 5.
Yep.
Which, by the way, all of this can be done. It is back in the 60s, where it is, right? And where these multi-part sagas aren't together. Not necessarily could have done it in 1 issue, because this would have been probably about 3 issues. And could have wrapped the whole thing up.
Yeah. But they got to make that cash,
By the way.
Yeah.
So, you know about the Great Darkness saga in the Legion of Superheroes?
No.
Okay, so the Legion of Super... I don't know why it's called the saga, right?
Yeah.
But back in the late 80s, they had where Darkseid took over Daxamite, and then he carved it into the shape of his head.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, in the 30th century or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then the Daxamites invaded Earth and stuff like that. Anyways, they called that the Great Darkness saga, yeah?
Yeah.
And how long do you think a saga is? If I told you it was a comic book run.
I would say 6 issues nowadays, or a bit more.
Yeah. But how much do you think it was back at then?
2 issues.
No. It was actually 4 issues. But that was like a beginning. It was like they called it a saga. And usually, I think a saga is like maybe 3 6-part issues or something like that.
Yeah. Kind of like beginning, middle, and end sort of thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm like, how things have changed since back then.
Yeah. It's all about more about money now, isn't it? So.
I think they write what they call it. They write for the trade. So you see a 5-issue or 6-issue collection of books they're writing together. Maybe sometimes 4, depending.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's crazy. Man.
But you don't usually have the single. If they do put the single issue collections, the single issues together in the collection, it's usually at the beginning or the end of it.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's one in the middle.
Yeah.
Because it's like a slice of life or something.
Yeah. Because they normally have that weird like lead up to the event and then the part 1, 2, blah blah. Yeah. Which is crazy.
Or sometimes they cut out the slice of life issue altogether. If it's in the trade, because you don't necessarily need it.
No.
I say you don't necessarily need it, but it's cool to know about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it adds depth to the characters. But yeah. Anyways.
Oh.
Yeah. So then we're on issue 5 where we have Shield, Monica. James Rhodes in his War Machine armor outside the White House. Yep. And then somehow you have Damien. Okay, we're gonna call him Damien Hellstrom for now, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna say who we're assuming it is for now.
Yeah.
And he's like, to the Vice President, look at all these people come to save you from the demon, right?
From the demon, from the rider. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You go, and then he's like, and then the Vice President's like, you got to help me, because I've served you all this time. He goes, well, there's one way to do it, right?
Yeah.
He goes, anything, and then all of a sudden there's a flaming pentagon on the ground.
Yeah. Oh no, we're like, oh okay. He must be.
And Damien, quote unquote, Damien Hellstrom says, you can begin by kneeling. Okay. Yeah. And then you have then we're outside the White House. Where Punisher and Hawkeye continue their conversation from 3 issues ago. Yeah.
Like, hey, maybe we could be friends because you're meant to be a Christian, right? It's like, wait, what does that mean? Like,
yeah. He's like, well, the Ghost Rider, it must be a demon from hell, right? And they're like, nah, man, I'm telling you, the guy's a mutant. I'm like, okay.
Like, dude, he's seen it with his own eyes. He knows it's not you. Oh, you don't live in a world where you've seen stuff.
And then Hawkeye's like the Punisher. What makes you believe that he is from the underworld? And Punisher's like, you weren't there. You
weren't there, man.
He said something to me. He said those words to me, and I knew.
Yeah. And then Punisher comes and asks us, so again, like, how did you get into this? They gave you implants, what do you owe them? He's like, I just want to serve my country, like, and basically, and then Punisher goes, like, what, by submitting like a dog? And then Hawkeye's like, oh, you hurt my feelings, shut up and drink.
Yeah.
Punisher got you there, man, because you're a pawn.
Then we see Johnny Blaze outside of the White House, the gates, right? And then his face starts flaming.
Yes, sir.
While inside, obviously, the ritual has been happening with Damien Hellstrom and the Vice President just yakking up.
Yeah.
And then, all of a sudden, his face starts melting. He starts getting the chains as well.
Yeah.
And I thought at this point, oh no, sorry. I'll wait till the reveal first.
Oh yeah.
And Monica's talking to Rhodes about Tyron Cash, and Rhodes is like, you don't need look. Stop calling African American because he's not American.
Yeah, he's English.
You can say he's black. Well, you can say he's black, and I won't think you're racist, right?
Yeah.
Because he's English. Yeah. And then she's like, so it's strange to just call him African English, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Rhodes is like, we're talking about gangland killers and stuff. I don't really think it matters.
Yeah, like, there's more things more important, like, he's done, like being a gang leader. Okay, sure.
Now, speaking of this, by the way, I've heard somewhere that so they're calling them African Americans, right?
Yeah.
And there was a Jamaican guy who I think he got labeled as an African American. He goes, I ain't from there.
No, dude, it's like personal
I ain't from there. You don't call me one of them.
Yeah. No.
I was like, oh.
I'll tell you something that happened to me when I was in New York 2 years ago. So I was, some guy stopped me. He goes, can you give me some money? I was like, sorry, dude, I don't have any cash on me, because cash is tight nowadays. I'm paying with my card. He goes, I can go to ATM. I'm like, my card's not going to work at ATM because I'm not from here. He goes, what? You're African American? Like, no, I'm British. I'm England. I'm from England. He goes, no, you're African American. I was like, no, I'm from England. and try to argue with him, like, no, dude, I'm not from here. I'm black, but I'm not African American. I'm from England. I'm British. Like, no, you don't know what you're talking about. I was like, how do I not know what I'm talking about? One, I'm not African. I'm not American.
Yeah.
I'm British, or I'll be black British. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, so, yeah, I don't know why he couldn't fathom like that a black person is.
I think
not,
it gets dicey. Or what color was this guy? Was he a white guy?
Black.
Oh, and he didn't get it as well. Okay.
Didn't get it. I was like, this is confusing. Like, I don't get how you find this confusing.
Yeah. Was he on something?
Yeah, most probably.
Yeah. Now, by the way, if there's a black person came from Australia, African Australian, we're getting a bit too wibbly wobbly here. Yeah.
Yeah. So like that's why like a lot. It's like there's some weird disconnect with like African American people, like black people, and like the rest of the world black people because they don't get it. Like you lot chose to be called that. We don't. So you know we're just British or Caribbean. Or whatever, you know what I mean? Like or African. You know.
Yeah. I know when they put your ethnicity and stuff like that. Yeah. By the way, it said your nationality, which then I have to put British.
Yeah.
And then it says your ethnicity, which then it says some places just has Chinese, other there's Asian, and then it's got a hyphen where it's Asian Indian, Asian Pakistani, Asian Chinese or whatever it is, you know?
And then Asian other. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know so as well on the thing where it says if you for black people it's either black / African American, which then covers it all.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that makes the most sense. But I don't think it's like, let's say you're black, and you don't come from an American part of the world. Yeah. Then what do you do?
You're saying that's why like the English like forms make more sense to me because like black Caribbean
and I never get the logic of you call them African Americans, right?
Yeah.
But most of them from their ancestors did not want to come from Africa to America. So wouldn't you just calling people black be a bit less insensitive?
Yeah, but you know,
because now you're saying is back then, but remember what we did back then?
Yeah,
accidentally doing that, of course. But it's just like no.
So it's
but then again, some people take offense to like
you could call black.
Yeah. So I think it depends on the group that you're with, like who you're speaking to. So
because I feel like. Over here, a black person wouldn't mind being called black. Like, it is what it is. But like in America, because it's like, it's the racial tension there is so weird. Like anyone will find a problem. Anyone will find a problem with anything there.
Yeah. If they want to,
yeah. I don't get me wrong. I've like gone to America. I've had like a great time. But then like it's the little things I like. Really, this is what you're getting angry about.
That reminds me. I just randomly saw a clip. Right, there was it was a British guy. He was black, right? He was a light-skinned black guy. He was a light-skinned, but his dad was Jamaican, and he's in the car with his dad, and the hospital said to the guy, so he's saying to his dad, this is what the hospital said: we need to take a swab, up your bum, and then his dad is all Jamaican, like rascal and everything like that. He ain't putting nothing up me bum. I'm like, oh what? Okay. I mean. And the son's just antagonising him, saying no, but the doctor said right, and he's saying this like East End London accent, so the accents also clash, right?
Yeah.
He's like, Dad, right? The doctor said we need to get this swab, right, and go right up there, yeah. It's not gay. He's not gay. Because the dad's all saying like, no, I'm not letting another man put another thing up there. Oh, oh my goodness, you guys are jokers.
Oh, you'd rather have cancer than someone do that.
Yeah, apparently, right?
Like, you know, less for two evils.
Which obviously it's nothing to do with this comic or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that there are things, right? That you know when back in the day where you see all the adverts of the people actually the cough medicine adverts, you know. The doctors put their hand on your balls and tell you to cough, and I can't remember what that's for, but that is for something, right?
Yeah.
And then it goes to a good couple of 2-3 people in the army, right?
Yeah.
And they ask the fourth guy to cough, and he can't cough because he's taken cough medicine before. And then there's cough medicine advert saying suppress your coughs and whatever, right?
I remember that. Yeah, that's so. I can't believe that's an advert. I mean,
Yeah.
how do you get away with that sort of
That stuff is, I like that. It's kind of, that's smart.
Yeah,
done,
it's smart.
actually.
Yeah,
Mm.
you got to kind of think about it, like, oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, and there was,
offended.
I don't know if I've told you before, right?
Hmm.
The other thing, this is not a joke because this happened in real life, right? So the doctor had to put his finger up someone's bum
Yeah.
to for the prostate, to test the prostate, whatever
Yeah.
it is, right?
Yeah.
And the guy ejaculated, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And he didn't like it, obviously. He said he feigned and ejaculated. That's what happened, right?
Yeah.
And then he decides he's going to walk out to his car. This obviously happened in America, right? 'Cause he goes to his car and he pulls out a shotgun to shoot the doctor, right? And yeah, because that's how you do it, right? Yeah. And I think, by the way, as well, when the doctor's fiddling around with your prostate, people do have accidents like that. So it's all normal, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. But some got hate on for some reason, right? And he shot the doctor with the shotgun. Yeah, didn't kill him though, right? And then people in the comment section were saying the doctor knew he was firing blanks.
But see, like, so, say that happened to you, right? And you was embarrassed. Would you not? All right, I would just went home and pretend nothing ever happened, right? But
I'll be like, I'll put my trousers back on, yeah, and just just say, send me the results. I close my eyes, just walk out.
Yeah, leave. Like, you going back to kill this person, right? Then you're gonna get arrested, and then people's gonna find out why you did this.
Yes,
which is more embarrassing than. Yeah, people logic, man. Human race is weird.
Yeah. But that's when your mind is clouded by look, I can't
pride.
say I get it why exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like I see why people do that, but it's just like there's no logic to it.
There's no logic to it. Yeah. You've made this all worse.
Like you say, it's an ego thing. It's just like how much do you know? Okay, fine, but it's not. It's a bodily reaction to specific things. So
yeah, like
what can you do about it? Yeah,
like
no, it's happened to me, but if it does happen to me, then I could be like, okay, let me pull out a taser, right?
No, I just go home and wouldn't say anything to anyone. I'll probably
go home, sit in the shower and cry.
Yeah, I'll probably be so embarrassed. I'll just get a new doctor. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Like, it's that the easier steps.
Some people, I think they've used the excuse that if there's something like that where you're a guy and there's specific whatever it is, right? My religion.
Yeah.
Does not allow me to have a man touch whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if that has been successful before, but
yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be worse though if it's a woman?
She'd probably get you done for something.
Yeah. Assault, but not assault because you're like, oh, it's an accident.
Hey, I don't know. People, human race.
Anyways, that's like random side tangent. Got nothing to do with anything. They Tyron Cash in a random SUV. Yeah. Mr. Cash will do me fine. I'm just reading in the accent that I'm seeing that I think he says it in. Mr. Cash will do me fine.
Mr. Cash will do me fine, yeah.
yeah.
Alright, governor. Oh.
You said he's like a black Jason Statham, but I'm like, he's a Cockney Vin Diesel.
Yeah. Yeah, you can barely understand what you're saying. Oh. And then he hits on the Black Widow. Like,
yeah. He pulls two random ladies out of the car and he goes, "Yeah, this is why I've been." Yeah, and then, you know what? It'd have been so much better if he just leaned into it. Where if they had panels of just like him winking at Monica Chang saying, "Yeah, you know you want some as well, love," or stuff like that.
Yeah, that would be more better rather than I noticed that there's sexual tension between us, you know.
Yeah.
I've got to have it my way. I'm like, okay, this is a bit creepy.
Yeah.
For me too, I guess. So yeah, and then
yeah. And then we have a Ghost Rider demon coming out of the White House. Now, would you have in red, right? Not in black, but you know who Vengeance is? You know Ghost Rider?
Yeah.
Now, would you have thought this version of the Ghost Rider, that the Vice President is, if he was drawn like Vengeance, wouldn't it made a bit more sense?
Yeah.
Because then you would have had the Ghost Rider. I mean, at least they we get the visual differences.
Yeah,
other than
yeah,
just
yeah.
wearing a red suit.
Red jacket, yeah.
Because Vengeance has the purple jacket and he's got the big kind of horns around his
Yeah.
the tusks on his face.
Yeah, and he had like a different motorbike as well, but these guys have the same motorbike, yeah.
So you're gonna be like, okay, there's different demons that possess these people that do whatever, right? Or the different rituals or whatever it is, you know?
Yeah. Because wasn't Danny Cash, he was Vengeance at one point, isn't it?
Was he?
I think so.
No. I don't think he was. I think Vengeance took over the comic though at one point.
Oh.
And he's a different character. Oh no, you mean that demon went into Danny Ketch's body?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think did the original demon go back to? So this is where Johnny Blaze wasn't around.
Yeah.
So maybe at that point, like you're saying, the original demon went back to Johnny Blaze. And then, and then Vengeance was jumped into from whoever he jumped into Danny Ketch.
Yeah, I think something like that. Yeah.
I can't remember.
No,
I mean, I want to say I'm not the world's greatest Ghost
Yeah, I'm
Rider
not the greatest. Yeah, same. So you know, the only Ghost Rider I know a lot about is like Jamie. Is it Jamie Reyes? No, that's
Blue Beetle.
Yeah, Robbie Reyes.
You are
sorry.
racist. You are racist.
Yeah. No, because they've got the same surname. That's so stupid. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's true. I was gonna say, just throw another Mexican in there, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fine. Like, that's the only one I kind of know a lot about because
Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, Spanish, they're all the same.
They're all the same. Not on forms, but yeah. And like that's the only reason I know kind of a lot about him because when that came out, I was reading it, so I kind of knew a lot about it. But yeah, Vengeance, I don't really know. Yeah.
But by the way, that Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Is he a different demon as well?
Yes.
Okay, so there's 3 different Ghost Rider demons, yeah?
Yeah. Actually, there's 4, I think, because I think the female Ghost Rider, she had a different demon.
And then there's the retcon Ghost Rider. The one in from the cowboy era.
Oh, yeah.
He wasn't originally a Ghost Rider, and then they turned him into a Ghost Rider to match.
That make a sense.
Yeah. But yes. We have the Ultimates trying to fight this version of the Ghost Rider because they think it's actual Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
And if the jacket wasn't red, then we would also assume as well.
Yeah.
Also, the logic that he came from inside the White House.
Yeah. Like, make sense, guy. I mean, like...
yeah. And he starts causing trouble, and then Tyrone Cash just says his classic Tyrone Cash. I'm gonna grab a weapon out of nowhere, yeah. Make a massive space jump, yeah, and smash it into whatever it is I'm fighting.
Yeah, because that's how we do.
Yeah.
You know. There's also a bit where this evil Ghost Rider calls Monica because she jumps on his back and tries to shoot him, and says she's gonna test out the stuff that Gregory got her, and he calls her, goes, "Get off me, whore!" I'm like, that's a bit much.
Yeah.
Like, that's a bit much.
Yeah. Now, yeah. If it was blanked out, by the way.
Yeah. Be like,
if it's a 5-letter word that was blanked out.
Yeah.
That could have been a racial slur.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good point. Yeah. Good point. Yeah. And it's a demon, so it could be racist. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But so it's probably better they actually just left it as whore because we could have read it different implications.
But like another random thing. So he called her a whore, right? But then you see Rhodey's chasing her, and he hooks onto Ghost Rider, and it says get away from me, Rhodes. So it's like, okay, why don't you call him something like bastard or something? But you called woman a whore. That's
exactly. Yeah.
Strange choice of.
And there's only one man. There's only one whore in this comic, right? And it seems like it's Nick Fury.
Yeah. So. Okay. Sure. Great. Oh. Yeah, but like you said, Cash drops some.
But to be fair as well, they sacrificed the women. So Roxanne. Well, I was going to say Roxanne Perez. It's not Roxanne Perez.
Yeah. Roxanne. I'll say Blaze, but they weren't married. So, but
yeah. So he has clearly something maybe against women, right? Which then I get why he would call her a whore, whatever, a bitch, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, there's not enough depth to the character to have that.
Yeah. So it just seems like I'm gonna be edgy and write it in the book. Like,
yeah. So I'm gonna call the men by their surnames, right?
Yeah. But women, calling all sort of slurs. They're like, oh, okay, that's.
Yeah.
Well, you have daughters as well, but hey.
Mm-hmm.
And also, another thing as well, right? With this Cash guy, right? So he says, so Rose comes in and says, like, get away from. He goes to Hot Rose, like, yeah, hit him with everything you got, and then and Rose is like, oh no, I can't do that because it might kill you. He goes, oh, what, you gonna call me a puff? I'm like, wow, wow. Even in 2009,
the way I see it is this is a guy who has some level of disability when he's originally that whatever version, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's now overly macho compensating because of everything like that. So yeah. Because like I mean, look how muscly he is, right? Look at all the women he's getting with and stuff like that, and then all the I see the language he's using. You know what I mean? The overly assertive display of confidence that he has. You know.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, yeah. I accept that you would say a sentence like that because you're like, I'm the man, and don't you, like, no one tell me otherwise.
Yeah. You're like, come on, man. You should be more sympathetic, like, you had disability. Like,
yeah. But no, we don't run logic that way.
Nope.
So yes, and then the other Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze, watching all this happen, by the way, because he was turned into the Ghost Rider a good few pages ago, right?
Yeah. So
and then suddenly now he appears, and Punisher's like, "There's two of them," and you go, and Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider's like, "You murdered my girlfriend, and and you made me watch, and then you slit my throat, so payback." And they have their Ghost Rider fight.
Yeah.
Which then Johnny Blaze is like, "You ain't got a prayer of winning."
Yeah.
And then we're on to the final issue.
Yes, where they try to wrap up everything. Yeah.
Yep. And Red Wasp actually still has not made an appearance yet.
No. No. Oh. So
and
they
get, like you said, he didn't even come into the final fight. You would have thought, by the way, a clone of Hulk, Banner Hulk, and Tyrone Crash, the original Hulk,
would interact.
You would have had some sort of crossover, but no.
Yeah, or even with the Hulk, something to sort of,
Yeah.
But no. So yeah, the Ghostbusters Ghost Riders keep fighting, and then like Johnny Blaze like, I fantasized about doing this, like it's gonna make me whole again, and then the Avengers, or Hawkeye and Punisher and the Shield Agent's like,
Shield Agent,
take him down. So he's like shooting him, and like bullets are not effective, but he falls down anyway.
Well, yeah. Which, by the way, it's just like silly logic where you're like, okay, the guy is saving us, right, from the guy we were fighting just a minute ago.
Yes.
But we're going to shoot him. No, don't shoot both of them. Because if you're going to do that, you might as well just shoot everyone there.
Yeah, right? Everyone. Yeah, level all. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, you're going to shoot him. And then then the other Ghost Rider, the Vice President gets goes, thank you guys for doing this. You're the greatest secret detail. Again, I'm paraphrasing a lot of this. And then he does like some hellfire thing, and they all like go flying. And then he's like, and I get to kill Johnny Blaze twice. And then Tyrone Cash comes along on one of the bikes. Didn't know. I thought you had to be a Ghost Rider to ride a Ghost Rider bike because that makes sense, right? But no. I'm pretty sure in like the 616 universe you have to be a Ghost Rider to ride a bike.
Yeah. Who knows?
Because it turns to a normal bike. But sure.
I don't know. I was trying to come up with something, any sort of reason why, but apparently no. Yeah.
No. So then he decides that'd be a good idea.
Well,
remember,
he had gold chains, by the way.
Yeah.
Right? And if he had gold chains that had a cross on it, then you'd be like, oh, he that kind of inadvertently depowered or overrode or whatever it is, yeah? Because,
But no.
But no, they don't do that. Even though you would have thought for all the foreshadowing they have.
Yeah, that they would have been like, that's a blatant plot thing that you could put there, but no, okay, sure. Yeah. Then he thought it'd be a good idea to ride this motorbike in a very highly populated area into a gas station with the Ghost Rider who's flammable. And it blows up. I'm like, so you guys are secret networks, right? Everyone can see explosions, but sure.
Yeah, exactly. So you're going to try and burn a guy who has a flaming skull and can spit hellfire?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And even he kind of said that to him, like, so you really thought, like, flames work against a demon? That's smart. He questions like, you're meant to be a genius and you thought this would work. Beneath your golden bling, you're just the insufferable douchebag, basically.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, why? He's in the name as well, by the way. Tyrone Cash. He had to have cash in his name because.
Yeah.
So,
Because he had no cash beforehand.
Yeah.
Oh,
So Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider, then wraps his chain around the vice president. Yeah, and then he starts dragging him to church, and then he's like the vice president, Blaze, stop! You're out of your mind. You'll get us both. And he goes, I don't care as long as you die. I'm all good.
Yeah. So they start fighting, and while they're fighting, because they're in a church, obviously, they become like depowered. Yeah, because they're on holy ground. So then,
which, by the way, I don't want to say. Look. First of all, they're not Highlanders, right?
Yeah.
But this is one of those things where you're like, okay, the power. How powerful is religion in relation to certain things? Because in the comics, I think in the Constantine comics, he'd go through different religions have not necessarily different power levels, but what is you can go to speak to different religious beings. That's what he.
Yeah.
I think that's what they also did in the Sandman. Maybe I know there was where Odin was fighting one of the Thor was fighting one of the Indian gods. I can't remember which one it is.
Yeah.
Vishanti maybe. I can't remember. But okay. Where are we going with here? How are we gonna? I mean, it's a bit dicey, right?
Yeah.
But in the Constantine movie, there's only Christianity.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
You got Papa Midnight, who you could say practices voodoo.
Yeah.
Ish, because he looks like he would.
Yeah.
Not being no, but like racist.
The name like Papa shit. Yeah, Papa Midnight. Yeah, you would think.
And Damien Hunter was speaking with an African accent.
Yeah, so you would think voodoo.
Yeah.
Or
exactly.
Lines,
They're all practicing magicians as well, so you would assume that they just practice whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know if you ever read it, the X-Men comic where they were fighting Dracula.
Yes.
Did you read that one?
I've read bits of it. Is it that original one from like many moons ago?
I can't remember. All I remember is the one bit where Kitty Pryde's Jewish.
Yeah.
And she tries to hold the cross to Dracula.
Yeah, he's like, you don't believe in that.
Yeah. It's like, oh, okay, all right.
That's something else as well, where they held it, and he was like, you don't believe in Jesus, so you don't believe in Christianity, so it's not going to work. And I was like, that's true. I'm like, oh, okay.
I mean, I get it, but I also don't get it. I'm like, okay. And then the one that looks like a demon, which is Nightcrawler. He's the one that believes he gets the cross, and then fine. Yeah. But are we saying the power of belief in the God Christian, the Judeo-Christian God is more potent than any other belief system? I don't know. I mean, I just
depends on the writer, I guess.
Yeah, but you watch most American movies, and it's like the power of Christ or whatever it is. Yeah. The ultimate whatever It's like, okay, but there are other religions that exist in the world.
Yeah.
So,
we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah.
It all makes no sense.
Yeah. But these demons, I guess, are from that section of religion where they can't go in church.
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Holy ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're fighting, and Hawkeye's like, "You guys, Cash and War Machine are down, so it's only kind of me and Punisher left. He's on ahead. I'm gonna meet him at the church." So the two Ghost Riders keep fighting. Now they're human, and Blaze got upper hand, but then the vice president gets like a candlestick holder and hits him, starts coming redneck, and goes, "Haha, I'm glad I killed you that night. I hope I get to do it again. Say hello to Satan for me." Well, it kind of gives away that he gave his soul to Satan as well. He goes, "Tell Satan I said hi." And then Punisher shoots him, and he's like, "Tell him yourself, you scumbag." Where he could have just swore, made more sense. And he's like, "Oh." Yeah. It's when he realized, "Oh, my power's gone now. Bullets hurt me again, and you can't kill me because I'm the vice president." So then he just shoots him in the head. You're like, "Oh, yeah." And then another thing that dates his book when he goes, "I didn't vote for you anyway. I voted for that hot Alaska chick, Sarah Palin." I was like,
well, he didn't say Sarah Palin, but yes,
but that's
there.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, this was you date this book now, and
Yeah.
Is this meant to be set in the real world? Because I'm confused. So yeah. And then Punisher and Johnny Blaze kind of have like a standoff. Well, he's like, okay, Johnny Blaze, I got can't take you in. He's like, nah, you're not gonna do that. I came back from the dead to avenge my girlfriend. Like you're one person. Like you should understand this. We got something in common. And then Punisher thinks like, you know what, you're right. If I'm avenging my family. Probably doing it a worse way than you are. You kind of got me there.
Yeah.
Oh. And then Punisher walks out of the church, and Hawkeye's there, and he goes, what happened to Ghost Rider? He goes, I'll let him go. He's like, what do you mean let him go? He's like, what? Like, he's killing scum, we're killing scum. We're all technically good guys right here. And then, and he kind of like, so you gonna let me go to Hawkeye? And it's like, no, you out your mind? He's like, well, I only ever hurt people who deserved it. When did he know? Okay.
Well, I'm sure some of the bullets that he fired might have, I mean, look, if you're inside a building, shoot at people that are surround the building, or like on the inside, yeah? Who's to say those bullets didn't go through the building and hit random people? And
plus, some of these people he might have killed, right? And, like, they're proper low-end criminals, say, like, they sold a bag of weed to someone, and he's murdered them. That's not as much as, the crime bosses that are doing everything, but okay, sure, whatever. So he's kind of like, I'm doing the trash. Me and you kind of the same. And he's like, so Hawkeye's thinking about it. It's like, so where is the implant? And then Hawkeye's like, I can't really tell you that. And then a Shield helicopter comes above, like, Punisher, Hawkeye, we're coming down, for a sit rep and all that stuff. And then Punisher kind of pleads him like, if they get me, I'm basically dead. Not dead, but I was going to be a weapon for the rest of my life, and I didn't really agree to this. So then Hawkeye punches him.
Yeah.
He's got pinpoint accuracy, so he punches him. And they're like, oh, why'd you do that? He goes, oh, he was getting out of line, so I knocked him out, take him back to the base. And then we go back to Johnny Blaze sitting on the bench with a guy in a hat this time, right? I don't know if how it's drawn, I don't know if it's the same person as the person before, which I don't think it is. Yeah. So he's like, your wife is alive, your girlfriend's alive. Yeah, that's her over there, but she doesn't remember her being murdered. So he's like, oh, that's her. He's like, yeah. Oh, she doesn't remember being murdered or anything like that. She's Roxanne Simpson. She just married a firefighter. This is another bit where why do you have to bring this up? So he goes, oh yeah, so she married a firefighter now, and by the way, I'm told they have a very satisfying sex life. Why do you need to?
So are you trying to enrage Johnny Blaze by saying, boy, man, you are cuck?
Yeah, basically, yeah. You did all this for a woman who's moved on.
Nudge, wink, wink, exactly. Someone else's woman now, right? And then like, jokes on Satan there because Johnny Blaze likes that sort of thing.
Yeah, he's like, I won twice. It's like, oh.
And by the way, as a Mark Miller comic, I wouldn't have been surprised if he actually did say that. Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised either. So then he's like, and then he's like, okay, cool. I'm happy that she has a life now, she's not dead. That night she died was my fault, I shouldn't have brought her there.
Yeah.
And then, but I'm glad I can fix things. And this guy next to him says, oh, at a price, of course. And he's like, oh, what does this kind of mean? And then he kind of puts his line like, oh yeah, so if you disobey me or anything, she dies straight away. She, and her soul's mine. But if you continue working for me, her soul's fine. She can live her life.
Yeah.
And then James Blaze
like you were saying before, first we thought he's son of Satan, if he is, right? Now he's actually Satan, right? No, he's Shang Tsung.
Yeah, your soul is mine. No. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, and then just to put the put exclamation point on everything. Yeah. He's filling in his crossword and he's writing the word damned on it.
Yeah.
Oh, so okay.
He's going forever sort of thing, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then we go back to the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, and we found out that Punisher escaped 20 minutes ago from the convoy, and they can't find. And then Hawkeye's trying to play it dumb. He's like, oh yeah, why don't you track him down with the implant we put in him? Like, we lost signal on that. After you punched him. and it showed the picture of him punching him exactly where the tooth fall out, which had the implant in it, so they can track him. And he's like, "Oh, so you did?" And if Fury's like, "You did it on purpose," and he's like, "Why would I do that for? That's a hell of an accusation you're doing there. I wouldn't do this because don't mess with me, son. Don't forget, I know that Hawkeye doesn't miss a target." And he's like, "Oh, okay." Then Fury kind of reels it back and was like, "Don't remember your rebellious side, right? You know, you can't be doing that no more because you know we have lots of things on you, you know, like implants and stuff that we can take back." And then Hawkeye looks down in like sadness, and knowing that, yeah, basically his life is shield and he's nothing else. He can't do anything else because they got him by the gonads. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
And then we see Punisher. Well, you see the geezer that the Punisher was hunting around in issue 1.
Yeah.
In Russia somewhere, getting all his henchmen shot off.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "What's going on?" And then somehow Punisher's teleported behind him.
Yes.
With a sniper rifle. That's for Danya, mate. He doesn't say it like that, by the way.
Nah. Yeah, that'd be hilarious. Oh, that's for Danya, mate. Yeah, you are.
Like he's Bloodsport in in
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad.
The
Yeah.
Suicide Squad. Yeah, sorry. The. I got to say it
Yeah.
correctly.
So that's how that issue ends. That series ends, and then we go into Ultimates 3, which is something else.
Yeah.
But we are, and then we've got Ultimates, New Ultimates. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's after this,
Yeah.
but before 3. I can't remember. It's a weird placement because it's only that, and then it's Ultimates versus thing.
Yeah.
So that's a
Now,
weird
I
one.
think, as we were saying before,
Yeah.
when they reset the tone from the original Ultimates, this
Yeah.
is more palatable, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Even though there's some extremes it goes to, that never goes to the extremes of actual Ultimates.
Yeah. Like just douchebaggery and incest. And,
There's certain references that are dated, right? But not as much as original Ultimates was dated.
That one. Every page there's something pop culture reference at that time. Like, come on, dudes, you're not thinking about the future. Like Freddie Prinze Jr. Like at this point.
And George Bush.
Yeah.
George Bush Jr. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, you're like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Just future-proof yourself, like the MCU, like the actual 616 does, you know. Except for the Obama crossover. But yeah, you know, like, I'm just like, future-proof yourself. Like, it is what it is.
Well, which was kind of funny because when DC done it, and we know that Lex Luthor was president at one point. So where does he slot in?
Yeah. That is a good point. Because was Obama in the DC universe? I don't know. Well,
I think they also did the Obama covers as well, so maybe. But you never
'Cause
know. I think DC have got to do their own timeline of presidents.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know,
And they don't need to cover particular years. They could just be like, this one was President 1, 2, 3, 4, and just list it like that. And then you get to the point where they do the fictional presidents.
yeah. Because I know, like, Justice League New Frontier and stuff like that's obviously got like JFK and stuff because they're set around that time it came out, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I know in the Arrowverse, Obama existed because that episode where the Linda Tomorrow go save him. Yeah. So. And
Linda Carter was president.
Yeah.
Presidentess. I don't know. I think they just called her president.
Yeah. So hey.
Yeah.
No.
Not Linda Carter. The actual.
No,
actress,
yeah.
whatever her character name is, I've forgotten. The White Martian that she was.
Yeah, forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot that now.
Yeah. No, was she a White Martian?
I think she was.
Okay.
Or a Martian.
I know she was an off-worlder.
She was an alien. Yeah. I can't remember what race it was. Yeah, she wanted that smart because that's my son.
Yeah. So thoughts on Ultimates Avengers 2 and you can say as at the time you were reading it as well.
Yeah, at the time I was reading it, I thought it was amazing. All right, but again, I was a edgy 22-year-old, so I thought this was like amazing.
Were you like, okay, why is there Hulk before Hulk?
Yeah, that's the one thing at the time I was like, this is weird. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Why? And then, is he really a Hulk though? Isn't he just a super soldier?
Yeah. You could have tied it together, and then it was like, okay, now it's a bit redundant because why? If you got a smart Hulk, which you made from the previous story,
yeah,
why have we got another Hulk.
Yeah. And it doesn't have any like, if it played up more into like how he became that Hulk and what and stuff.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
okay, cool. Story aspects makes sense. Nothing. Just we just
You
wanted
could
to have
have just had the Nerd Hulk or the Smart Hulk, whatever they had, the Banner clone, right?
Yeah.
Could have done some of this stuff instead.
Yeah. Or even just Tyron Cash being some like dude. Why do you have to sort of relate it to the Hulk? It didn't make any logical sense.
I think, by the way, it'd be funny, but they won't do it. Well, I mean, they never did do it, right? Where Smart Hulk in this, the Nerd Banner, if he gets enraged, he then turns into a Savage Banner, as they call it, like they did do in one of the Peter David runs.
Yeah.
Where it was
It's
Professor
reversed, isn't
Hulk.
it? Yeah,
Exactly. So then they've got to keep him on a certain level, like as a Smart Hulk. He can't get too enraged.
Yeah.
And then there could be a good couple of more jokes they could have played out of it, right? But whatever. You know.
But no. Like, and the introduction of Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't think you ever see Ghost Rider again in the whole Ultimate universe anyway. So I was like, what was the point of this?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And if it was the Midnight Suns team up,
yeah,
I could have got
made
it.
more sense. Yeah, it could have made more sense.
Because then you
right?
could have had them face off against the actual some of the Avengers that match their power levels, rather than this Wetworks team, which should have been a third Avengers book, maybe.
Yeah. And then like they didn't really like explain how come Captain America was in the first Ultimate Avengers, but then he moves over to the Ultimates. Him and Thor, like it didn't really explain that either. It's just in it for the beginning, and they kind of workaround was, we're a Wetwork team, but then weren't you a Wetwork team in the first one then, or did it just happen now? You know what I mean? It doesn't really make any.
Yeah. And then all the people that you get, right? As you were saying, as we were reading, going through it, all like how Wetworks are any of yous. If you're going to just draw so much attention to you guys, you know,
like just say, like this is what we do. Rather than we're in secret, but then you're blowing up cities and you're seen in public. Like, it doesn't make any logical sense.
I can't. You were saying as well about how you drag in a demon that come from hell into a petrol station to blow him up, right?
Yeah.
Have you read the Spider-Man versus Firelord?
No.
So way back when Spider-Man did not actually, he was in the black costume, but this is after the Venom saga where he's just wearing a normal cloth black costume.
Yeah.
And Firelord comes and decides he's gonna do whatever he's gonna do.
Yeah.
Herald of Galactus.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man's like, no, I'm gonna stop him fighting, like whatever. And he throws Firelord into a petrol station as well. Like,
makes sense.
This guy's got, not only is he made of kind of fire, right?
Yeah.
He's got a stick that also has two flaming ends. You know. Yeah.
I don't think fire hurts him.
yeah. But then I think Spider-Man just jumps on and gives him the Ip Man chain punches into the ground, and knocks him out. I'm like, okay.
That makes more sense. Yeah.
Well, I want to say Spider-Man's a galactic, cosmic level threat or anything like that.
No.
And if we retcon it to say he was wearing the Venom suit, at least that would have made sense, right? Because the Venom suit would have found it. But then it's flames, so it still wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah. So. Make it make sense.
Yeah. It's not. It's a bit like how when it was Hal Jordan Green Lantern fighting Mongol, right? Who is yellow? Yeah. Not Chinese, by the way.
No.
Right? Because I'm just saying that's like a Mongolia, you know. I mean, this kind of stuff like that. But no, there's an actual character called Mongol, and he's an alien. He's got pale yellow skin, but he's got a purple and blue costume.
Yeah.
So you'd have thought, okay, if you hit those parts of him which are covered, with your green, you'll be fine. He's not naked. He's not going to rip his clothes off and go fight you. Because if he did,
no one's to fight a naked man. So
So that didn't quite make sense to me when I was reading. I was like, okay, fine, you can't punch him in the head, but you can damage him. There was a enemy called Legion. In Green Lantern Emerald Dawn.
Yeah.
And they were like an alien being of some sort, right? Which melded together of the leftovers of the world. I can't remember what happened to it, right? I think it was either Green Lantern tried to save the world and then it didn't happen or whatever, right? Anyway, they made yellow armor. And they decided to go and kill Abe and Sir, which they did, right? But then but they're following the ring, the Green Lantern ring.
Yeah.
and when he goes to Hal Jordan, he's trying to fight Legion, and then he can't do anything, right? Because it doesn't work against Yellow. But what he does do is make a lawnmower sort of spitter thing, and spit and cover him in mud, and then he starts hitting him, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So
makes sense.
Then that if he does that, right, and then this was in 1990, I think, and then Death of Superman is like 1993, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're telling me 3 years later the writers forgot? Okay, if he's not yellow, if whatever parts aren't yellow, you can still hurt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. But they've sort of retconned that now, innit? Like, if you're experienced Green Lantern, you can hit. You're not weakened. But what is? I can't remember. Some weird.
So for some reason, yeah. But then, okay, this is what gets me, right? First of all, when they destroyed the cosmic battery, yeah. Then Carl Rayner didn't have the weaknesses, the yellow weakness, right? Which makes sense, okay?
Yeah.
Because then he's fighting Morgan and he kill him, right? And then they say that Parallax is fear is what's causing the yellow weakness, right? And what they did, the Guardians of the Universe, was trap Parallax inside the central power battery, and therefore there's a reason why there's a yellow weakness. I'm like, oh, okay, Jeff Johns, you and then the Guardians of the Universe wiped it from everyone's mind.
Yeah.
Like they trapped Parallax in the battery. Okay, a lot of this makes sense now, yeah?
Yeah.
But then for some reason, in Green Lantern Secret Origin, when Sinestro and Hal Jordan are fighting Atrocitus, he somehow gets one of them caterpillar, what's it called? What do they call them? The diggers.
Yeah.
He somehow lifts one up and throws it at Atrocitus. And then we're like, what? It's yellow, yeah? Because they even say it's yellow. And then Hal's just like, oh, Sinestro, you see what I did? Yeah? And Sinestro's like, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, by as you're saying, yeah, then they say it's if you have the willpower to overcome the fear, then you are able to affect yellow. Yeah. But if the weakness is if Parallax is the yellow entity within the battery that causes the weakness, then how did Hal Jordan do what he did?
Like, if it was later on, it makes sense, right? But
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then it's just like, oh, Hal Jordan's the best. Hal Jordan's the best, and that's why. I'm like, no, hold a minute, right? Even when Sinestro allowed himself to be bonded with the Parallax entity, Hal Jordan's like, I'm gonna use my normal Green Lantern ring, and fight him on an equal level, which he somehow did. I'm like, that makes no sense, though.
No, it's not meant
to. Yeah.
Sadly, yeah. Oh, Green Lantern.
Anyways, I wasn't. Tyrone Cash, yes, he's a character, right? He's a character.
He's a character, but like, again, I don't think you see him after this.
No, he's not... there is one of the stories he gets depowered.
Okay, so is he in Avengers versus Blade versus the Avengers, the next one?
I can't remember. All I know is that he does get depowered in one of them. He turns back into the frail old man.
Oh, that sounds familiar though.
Yeah. It might have been the one afterwards. I don't know how many. There's 4 Avengers.
Because the 4th one technically is Avengers versus New Ultimates. Yeah.
Oh, maybe they do it there. It's Francis Lemieux, the artist, in one of those again.
I think he's in. I think he is.
Yeah. So I think it's one of them because Steve Dillon, I think, does the next set.
He does the next one. Yeah.
Which they introduce a new Daredevil.
Yeah.
Only
the kid.
Yeah. Only to do nothing with him. That's the best way I'm going to put it, right?
Yeah.
So I did like it. Where they have as far as wrapping Daredevil lore with other MCU Marvel Universe lore, they've got a character like in Daredevil's ninja sector of training, whatever it is. They have Stick. They have Stone. Yeah. And then they have in this they got Blade as well. And I'm like, okay, they're all named after weapons. It makes sense.
Yeah, it all kind of wraps around. Yeah.
Except that, of course.
Yeah. Well, when we get to it, we'll explain.
I think, by the way, Blade is actually meant to be British. I never read him as British.
No.
That's because Wesley Snipes is not British.
Yeah. Because I remember when I found out, I was like, wait, what?
I never think was he British in the Spider-Man cartoon? I don't think so.
No. But I think I saw somewhere the Spider-Man cartoon. They're like, they didn't know much about Blade. They just thought it was cool, so they put him in it. And then they found out after, like, oh, no one's gonna care. And then I think that led on to the Blade film. They saw Blade in that, like, Blade's cool. Let's make a movie about him. And then, you know,
Yeah.
he's British. He is.
Yeah.
But even when I read it now, I don't see him as British.
When MCU Blade finally does come out, if ever, right?
Yeah.
Do you think they're gonna play him British?
No, they shouldn't at this point.
No.
It's like, does it even like, from what I know about Blade anyway, does him being British play anything to do with his character? No. Alright, I feel like Dracula's more likely to be in. Wait, he's not. Dracula even bites mum. Like Deacon Frost. Alright, he's more likely to be in America biting people than in England. What's in England for?
And when original Blade was created, he was just human. He wasn't half human, half vampire.
Half breed. Yeah, no.
Yeah, and then he got them half his Daywalker powers in a Spider-Man comic. When he was fighting, was he fighting Morbius? Was it Morbius? I don't think it was. It might have been. It was definitely vampires he was fighting. I don't know if it was Morbius related. It was in the early 2000s, where it was a Spider-Man Blade team up. And I don't think Blade had his own comic at that point, so they couldn't even come out with a special to write in with the powers that he did have in the movies that he didn't have in the comics. Even though they drew him like Wesley Snipes. Blade.
Yeah. Daywalker. That's funny. Because I think even in the Spider-Man cartoon, they make him half vampire in it, but obviously his mum was a willing participant rather than.
I can't remember. I don't even know if they got that far in the Spider-Man cartoon.
In the cartoon,
they gave me that backstory.
Yeah, like I remember it's like a little throwaway. Yeah, my mum and fell in love with a vampire, and I was born like. That's not how it happened. But okay, it's for kids. But
that came out before the movie, right?
Yeah, that came out like 94,
yeah. So the
95.
movie, then you're saying that. Oh, okay, yeah. The movie. Yeah. What's his surname? Eric Brooks.
Yeah, Eric Brooks. Yeah. Blade. Yeah.
But in the movie, was he ever Eric Brooks?
No, I know something. They call him Whistler calls him Eric once in one of the movies. And I think his mum calls him it as well. Yeah. In number 1, yeah. But hey. Blade. But back to this Ultimate.
So are you from what you remember of Ultimates versus the Vampires, if we're just gonna call the storyline, right?
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to it?
Yes, because
it's gonna be trash.
I know it's gonna be trash, because I think it's trash already because I don't remember much of it.
Okay.
So like for something to be like that, I mean, it must be trash for me not to remember nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be terrible.
I remember enough of it where I'm like, okay, there's the ending is very logical. How they conclude it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you're like, actually, that's quite smart.
Yeah, like, but you're surprised because he wrote it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. You're like, oh, okay.
Okay. Didn't expect that from him. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Oh. So he can do these ideas, but why?
Why doesn't he do it more often?
Yeah.
Make it make sense. But hey. Oh, well, I can say to you, honestly, right? To me, the next phase of Ultimate Comics is it? What is it? Ultimate Comics presents whatever. Yeah. That was, in my opinion, when the Ultimate universe got better again. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We had like the new Ultimate X-Men and when Miles becomes Spider-Man and what was the other book? Yeah. I think it was Avengers. Yeah. And Captain America becomes president of America.
Yeah. I have to say as well, I tailed down when for Ultimate X-Men at that point, and I was collecting Ultimates because I thought it was cool. Yeah. But is it? You know, it's just like, okay, well, they kind of all in suffer. But Ultimate Spider-Man always had my interest.
Yeah.
You know, it was always cool. It was always fun.
That's one that was consistently was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Everything else kind of like.
Yeah. Ultimate X-Men, Ultimate, Fantastic Four. It's like, okay, we're edgy, yeah, and then kind of where are we going, like, you know.
Yeah, like, because like you, I was a fan of Ultimate X-Men till near the end. I was like, this is getting weird now. And then the Wolverine Cable reveal, like, oh really? This is stupid. Yeah. And then so then, because I kept all the Ultimate Comics right to the very end when it died.
The bitter
Like,
end.
Yeah, and it got better, but I was like, it got to a point where it was like, so much damage has happened to this brand, you can't.
Yeah.
It can't be saved, even though these books are good. But what you've done to it, no one's gonna come back.
Yeah. Do you think, by the way, that is what's going to happen with the Absolute line in DC?
Sadly, at some point, yeah. Like
Okay.
10 years from now, I reckon it'll last for 10 years. But yeah, it'll get to a point where like, really, why are we doing this?
Well, the Absolute line seems to be like, we are doing majorly different things with these characters. So,
So
bear with us, yeah. The familiar characters in an unfamiliar world, kind of like what the else was. But this is a, and I'm liking it. I'm liking what I'm seeing, by the way, from the
yeah,
Absolute line.
because I keep meaning to read it because I'm gonna start reading because a lot of it now is on DC and Infinity, so I might start reading like Ultimate Batman and Wonder Woman, and I can't remember the rest. Yeah. But yeah, I keep hearing good things about it, so it gives me hope.
Yeah. Like the new Ultimates.
Yeah, I want to read that as well because I heard really good things about that as well, so I want to read that. Yeah.
But I think what's good about that is they have a set run
Yeah.
of comics they're doing.
Yeah.
Because I think the Ultimate, whatever it was, the main Ultimate, it's only 25 issues. I think Ultimate Spider-Man is 25 issues.
Yeah, because I think how they did it as well, like the Ultimates itself, like you know Ultimate Spider-Man and Ultimates and blah blah. The Ultimates, I think it's like year 1, then they do year 2, and I think year 3 is now it's coming to Endgame, whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
I'm quite interested in.
Game. That's right.
Yeah, so I'm quite interested in reading that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna.
Yeah, but it's like they had a full-on plan of exactly what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
So,
They didn't want to like milk it until people fall off and hate it. So like what?
Yeah. Exactly,
We'll give us like 4 years, and we're gonna tell this expanding story and wrap it up, and then probably take cool characters from that and somehow throw them into the 616 universe.
Well, maybe not necessarily. Just like we'll concentrate on these other characters, and then you have a certain amount of Ultimate books. Because I think they Ultimates had the Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Ultimates, Ultimate Fantastic Four, and Ultimate X-Men, right?
Yeah,
the 4 main books, and then they started adding more, and then
more like like mini series and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah. I guess. But yeah.
Okay. So that's us signing off for this episode of
yes, sir.
Trip Around the Multiverse, speaking about Ultimate Avengers.
Yeah.
Volume 2.
Volume 2. Yeah. Crime and Punishment. Yeah. Get it?
So let us know if you like this or like me and Carl now. Even though when you read it when you were a kid, you're like, yes, cool. And
yeah,
nowadays
it's
you're
great.
like,
and I'm like, oh.
It's
a
got
book.
high points and low points.
Yeah.
The entire run. It's high points and low
basically,
points.
yeah. Like it's not like we kind of said. It's better than what happened before.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. It's a clearer line.
Yes. Lines being crossed, but it's a clearer line. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, let us know. And are you looking forward to us when we finally get around to doing Blade versus the new Avengers? Yeah, should be fun. Yay. But I feel like what we should do as well. Like when we get to the Ultimates versus the Ultimate Avengers, whatever it is, we should also do Death of Spider-Man.
Okay.
Because that's like a big sort of like.
Wasn't there Ultimate X-Men versus Avengers?
Yeah, that's in the previous. Yeah, nothing good happened. Nothing happens in that.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll skip that.
Because remember, like when we did the last Ultimate stuff, I read in preparation for Ultimatum, I read all the Ultimate stuff. Yeah. Didn't miss much.
No, exactly. No. Some of these things you could have just
Yeah. But I think Ultimate Mystery that's worth reading because again that leads into like stuff that's relevant in the 616 now as well. So yeah, with a certain character. I'm not gonna say who.
Are we going to do Spider-Man?
Yeah, we should.
Spider-Man Volume 1.
Yeah, because that's another thing. Yeah. Ooh, quite excited for that. Because I actually remember enjoying that. Yeah, remember enjoying that. Okay, yeah, so let us know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our social media stuff. That's on top of the page. if you're watching us on YouTube. If you're not watching us on YouTube, you listen to it on your headphones, on your mobile device. You can find our social media stuff and our ways to connect with us in the description down below. And until next time, guys, I have been the man who kills people and says, doing it for the greater good, Carl Charles.
And I am the first Hulk.
Yeah. Where there's no reference to it, really.
Yeah. Unless of course they're referencing the 70s TV series where there was a first Hulk, but even then, you know.
Even then, you know.
I'm the man who should have been Luke Cage, but you're saying shouldn't be actually.
Nope.
See why, Sean.
And thank you for taking a trip with us, guys, around the ultimate multiverse. See what I did there? That was terrible. See you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Ooh.